Bobble.
Okay, so this hand has lands, so already set up.
Target me.
I'll keep this.
Reinforce.
This.
Fetch.
Go.
Okay, looks like we're ready to go. A mulligan was taken. Misty Rainforest pass for Herman. Basic Island Ponder for Matthew. We're cantripping.
Draw past two.
Yep.
All right, Misty Rainforest gets cracked by Herman. So Herman has been playing various decks with Cori-Steel Cutter, trying to figure out that card. As many of you are aware, Cori-Steel Cutter has made an impact on Legacy. There it is.
Yep.
Pastor, I'll draw on your upkeep.
Urza's Bauble will trigger the Cutter.
I'm just going to attack with you.
Take two?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Kind of the neglected Bauble of the two. Urza's Bauble. Mishra and Urza both have baubles. Mishra has a better one, it seems. So Prismatic Vista grabs a basic planes. The follow-up for Matthew. Thundertrap Trainer. A little bit of glare, sorry about that.
Response out, Bobby.
Give me 1 second.
Was it 5 cards?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One.
Okay, a Tundra was revealed by the Urza's Bauble. Now the Thundertrap Trainer's enters ability resolves. Look at the top 4, non-creature, non-land card, put it in your hand. Brainstorm is chosen.
I'll keep, I'll draw.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, there's a Dragon's Rage Channeler, Brainstorm, Surveil, and trigger the Cori-Steel Cutter, make another monk. Ponder surveilled into the graveyard. Now Brainstorm will resolve. I think already in this game we're seeing the power of Cori-Steel Cutter. Thundertrap Trainer plays decent defense, I guess. It's a 1-2. Actually, that's not very good defense at all, is it?
Somebody's thinking of it.
Kind of. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
Swinging for 4. Plays a Wasteland. Nothing to hit with it yet on Matthew's side, but Matthew will now potentially get hit if he plays a non-basic land. There's one, a Volcanic Island. Now a Cori-Steel Cutter for Matthew. It's getting dazed. It's going to trigger Prowess and Surveil. Mishra's Bauble dumped into the graveyard.
Real Brainstorm? I'll waste your ball.
Yep.
Untap.
Okay, end step, waste your Volk.
Combat.
Herman looking at the graveyard, unsure if that means potentially Murktide could be coming, or if we're just looking at Delirium. I think we're just looking at Delirium. I think Delirium is on. So Thundertrap Trainer, sorry about the glare, will block one of the Prowess monks. Brainstorm here will trigger Prowess. So the Otter is likely going to die in combat. Flooded Strand surveilled into the graveyard.
Combat.
Good 8.
Okay, 5 damage will get through. Matthew drops to 8. now Matthew will brainstorm, has a bunch of creatures to deal with at the moment. Rishadin Pizza, thank you for the resub with Prime. 28 months. Appreciate it. Rishadin Pizza calling for a hype train. Those of you that watch this later on YouTube, have you ever experienced a 90s MTG Twitch hype train? What a thrill.
Swords, your Dragon Rage Channeler.
Swords to Plowshares, targeting Dragon's Rage Channeler. That's going to trigger Matthew's Cori-Steel Cutter for the first time.
Same.
Exactly. Phil says you haven't lived until you have.
Triggers a mail.
Okay, Bolt You in response, dump some Murktide into the graveyard. Some prowess triggers for Herman now. I think the Cori-Steel Cutter will still make a monk. Yeah, okay. What happens to this Dragon's Rage Channeler, I wonder? Okay, just going to let Dragon's Rage Channeler get swords.
24.
Past you.
Three.
Okay, Murktide getting cast here. I see Herman is holding a Daze. Watch out for the Wasteland Your Fetch and Daze play.
6/6 full priority days. My Murktide triggers.
Yep.
Okay, so we're holding priority, dazing our own Murktide to make some monks and trying to swing for lethal then.
So 6/6.
You got it.
Of course, Matthew has a blocker, but okay. That is game one.
Get me out of this.
Cool plays there from Herman.
My first hand had three Cori-Steel Cutters and no mountain. So I was like, in retrospect, just a mirror.
Matthew saying in game one they had no red mana, but they had multiple Cori-Steel Cutters, it sounds like. Multiple Cori-Steel Cutters on the board. Pretty damn good. We've seen that happen maybe once or twice on stream so far. So here's Tamio on turn one from Matthew. Sorry about the glare. That is the Inquisitive Student Tamio on the board. Dragon's Rage Channeler for Herman. Urza's Bauble for Herman.
And then I'll pass.
Island. With combat.
I'll keep
Don't have a clue token, so I'm just going to use this as my clue tokens.
Oh my goodness. All right, so Tamia makes a clue. Matthew doesn't have the clue token. Unbelievable.
And then I will pass you.
Let's step out. Sure.
I'm upset.
One Shieldred. 3, 4.
Roberts is pissed. Roberts wondering, is Matthew in chat?
You got it.
Sure.
Basic planes revealed by the Urza's Bauble.
I'm going to sword.
Back to 20.
All right, swords on the Dragon's Rage Channeler. It's gone.
Turn.
Alright, I'll stack it so the I reveal first.
Looks like Herman is holding a copy of Cori-Steel Cutter.
Yep.
Wondering, people of the YouTube comments, people of the chat, if you play limited, how does Tarkir Dragonstorm rank for you? I'm curious what people think, for real.
And I'll pass you.
I came back to Magic in 2014. Well, came back to playing at LGS's in 2014 with the Khans of Tarkir pre-release, and I drafted Khans of Tarkir Fate Reforged, and Dragons of Tarkir, you know, however those limited formats played out, so many times I was having such a blast. I don't really play limited much anymore, sadly. But I've been watching some limited play on YouTube and Twitch and stuff. Trying to feel something, and Tarkir Dragonstorm looks pretty cool. One of the things I was skeptical about, though, if I'm being honest, one of the coolest things about the original Tarkir block was Morph. I mean, Morph and Manifest, and I know people like to make fun, but Mega Morph as well. But they made this one work. So double Cori-Steel Cutter on Herman's side. Tamiyo still sticking around on Matthew's side, making another clue. Now a Brainstorm.
Pass to you on your upkeep before you draw. Lightning Bolt, the Shieldred, and then I'll bolt it again. And then I'll bobble what you're drawing. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cori-Steel Cutter is looking pretty good in Legacy. Will it be another card that we forget about in a couple of months? I'm not sure.
I'll pay 2 life to Surgical Shieldred.
Okay, Tamiyo will, of course, plus up to 4 loyalty. All right, so 2 clues on Matthew's side and a Tamiyo with 4 loyalty now. Herman's monks will get -1/-0 when they attack, which could be relevant. But with prowess, Herman could get through some damage here potentially. Here's a Brainstorm, first trigger of the turn for prowess. So already we're going to get through 2 damage. Likely hoping to knock out Tamiyo here.
Cabal therapy.
Cabal therapy, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
It's always the first sweet move.
A second spell from Herman will trigger both Cori-Steel Cutters. It's going to be a Murktide, which could be a major problem for Matthew if it's not dealt with. And Tamiyo might be not around for much longer. Let's see.
That's my only choice.
Combat.
Pretty decent.
I think Tamiyo will take 4 here if they're all attacking Tamiyo.
Thinking.
Oh, no, it would be 3 damage. It would be 3. I miscounted.
I have 1, you're at 22. Oh, 19.
I'll turn it to 1.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Tamiyo drops to 1. I miscounted for a moment there. But Tamiyo in trouble.
And
Cast Snapcaster Mage. Target switch to Plowshares with the remaining white mana on Murktide region.
Okay, so snap Murktide on end step. Take out to take out Murktide. It's a start. Snapcaster Mage still see some play in 2025.
Mine is Ashu with 4.
yeah.
You move 4 and exile your graveyard.
Okay, now a Cori-Steel Cutter for Matthew. Tamiyo ticked up to 3 loyalty. Matthew still has 2 clues represented by that green Game Night token at the top right of your screen.
Because no, the way I was drawing was matter, but I think in general, like.
All right, just passing the turn. Didn't get to trigger the Cori-Steel Cutter. Herman already has 3 monks, 2 Cori-Steel Cutters, another Flurry, and oh my goodness, another Cori-Steel Cutter. Okay, okay.
That's good. Yeah, you got it.
Hydroblast.
I have a Force of Will.
Hydroblast your Cori-Steel Cutter. Trigger the Monks. Trigger the Cori-Steels. Snapcaster Mage. Targeting Brainstorm. Casting Brainstorm. That gives Matthew his first Monk here in game 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Shielder did a lot of damage really
Back
fast.
like this. Hydroblast is good.
Yep. And
I had the double bolts that I could have used on the turning game down.
All right, so 2 prowess triggers on the stacked monks. 3 more monks in addition to that. It's a lot of monks.
Yeah, I had surgical on my other.
Oh, okay.
Matthew has some blockers, though. 2 Snapcasters and a monk, equipped with Cori-Steel Cutter. Oh, no, the Cori-Steel Cutter on Matthew's side actually got blown up, so no longer equipped, actually.
Those will be 2s after the attack.
Yeah.
Those will be 1s.
Yeah, Herman came prepared for this one.
I don't like the rest. So this cluster will go at Cameo, and then these will go at you.
Okay, so the equipped monks. Okay, 2 of the equipped monks, 1 of the 2 prowess are attacking Matthew. 1 of the equipped, 2 of the monks with 2 prowess triggers are attacking Tamio. Tamio has 3 loyalty, Snapcaster, Monk. No prowess yet on Matthew's side available to block. Tricky.
3 of those is nasty.
Keep in mind there have been Tamio triggers here, so they're all -1, -0.
Block. Tamio dies. And
Take 2. Second.
and those.
Okay, Snapcasters will trade with monks. 2 damage gets through. Tamio's knocked out.
Steel Cutter.
Okay, Matthew plays a Steel Cutter.
Brainstorm. Trigger.
Brainstorm triggers Flurry on Matthew's Cutter now. Matthew gets another monk, resolving the Brainstorm.
Put these 2 back.
What's the combat?
Char Twin, thank you for the sub with Prime. 55 months. Reminder of how long we've been here on Twitch. Thank you, Char Twin. 55 months. Oh, my goodness.
I'll keep on it.
How many weeks is that?
Wait. Okay. I put the wrong one, but that's okay. That's okay.
Sounds good.
Robert says 220-ish.
I'll let you all 4 of them.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Herman declares I have drawn all 4 of them. Here's a 4th Cori-Steel Cutter. And a Hydroblast on Matthew's poor cutter.
I didn't draw anything, I guess.
Well, someone got cuttered in that match for sure, and I think it was Matthew. GG's. Herman gets it. Cori-Steel Cutter, everybody. You draw all 4 of them, and you win the game, like Coalition victory. There's Matthew in the chat. I got wrecked. Hey, Matthew in the chat, what happened to your clue tokens, by the way? All right. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat. People were upset about that. Yeah, seek forgiveness, Matthew. I agree. Which match next? Your options will be is it Delver versus Black Green Depths? Or Mono Black versus Breakfast? Or is it Cutter versus Mono Red Stompy? 1 minute. Get your votes in. Okay, Matthew admitting they brought the wrong box, but also admitting that they deserve a permanent ban. Well, makes it easier. Harry Houdini wondering, did Meltdown just get a lot better? Maybe Plague Engineer. Maybe Dread of Night, someone mentioned before. Unsure about Meltdown, but sure, why not? We saw the other day on stream, I think it was Roland had Ancient Grudge. People are going to come prepared for these cutters. Almost out of time on this poll, by the way. Close vote. A lot of people spending channel points on this one. Let me open up my poll in another window. Okay. Mono Black versus Breakfast is up next. Jiggy contributed 3,300 channel points. Let's do it. Thank you, Jiggy. Wait, what are we doing? Oh, Mono Black. Diving in.
Shelter by Ghosts or whatever. But typically, the Green Sun Zenith decks are pretty good against the issue.
Really? Because of the Wasteland thing? I mean, well, I guess you have
I mean, imagine.
Okay, joining us on the left with Breakfast, as usual, is Yosef, and on the right we have Mono Black. That would be Paulo. I'm not really sure what Paulo's deck is up to. We will find out together.
You know, it's like, it's not that good. Also, I've got sideboard.
Okay, looks like both players have taken a mulligan.
Wasteland me.
Reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free and easy and a great way to help 90s MTG and tabletop legacy coverage grow. That is all.
But if I know that.
And if you're not in the Discord, the 90s MTG official Discord server, which is now one of the largest Magic the Gathering Discord servers, join the damn Discord server.
Something like major for me as well.
Virulent Plague. Yeah, Virulent Plague just costs a lot of mana.
Rather than just.
That's pretty high.
And it's especially annoying against my dinosaurs on a spaceship.
Okay, you win the match.
Okay, a mull to 6 for Yosef is completed. Paulo's going to go down to 5.
Do you play fetch lands, right? No?
Those types of comedic moments, I can't explain why it's so hard. That's cool.
Yeah, Virulent Plague is castable off a Dark Ritual, but I just don't know if that's what we want to be doing.
Gotcha. And it's harder to go off with such more Witch.
There are a lot better things you can do with a Dark Ritual than cast Virulent Plague. All right, a mulligan to 5 for Paulo, a mulligan to 6 for Breakfast for Yosef, and I'm not sure who's on the play. Okay, it's Paulo. So Swamp, Lotus Petal, Dolthy Voidwalker. Okay, that's going to be pretty annoying.
I don't care if you do it.
Demoralizing.
I mean, it was one point when Reef was legal, and I was running the combo.
Mind Stab Thrall, that's a good one. Shuko on turn 1 for Yosef.
The extra feels bad because I get to pick like 34 so Wilson. It was so bad.
Is Witherbloom a human?
We do not have lands in the queue, the deck archetype lands. Not this week. My guess is with decks like Omnitel and Thassa's Oracle combo decks running around, the lands players have kind of retreated a little bit. Am I right on that?
You
kept it on top, right?
To be fair though, like my average hand size for this deck is like 5 points.
Okay, with Delphi Voidwalker attacking, we're seeing a fetch of Flooded Strand, getting a Tundra. Maybe we're going to remove this Delphi Voidwalker now.
I feel like that's one thing.
Death from Above says if lands didn't need Tabby plus Mox Diamond, I'd jam that deck much more.
And like lands, you know.
Sometimes I even hear like experienced combo players say things like, "Yeah, well, I had to mulligan 3 times." It's like you're playing Oops on Spells. Like, what? Of course you mulligan. What are you talking about?
That's exactly what you signed up.
I know.
Doom.
You just don't get it.
Yeah.
Could be a bitch and not just.
Yosef has Shuko on the board. 3 mana now. Is it going to be Nadu? It is. Okay. Nadu is on the board. Finds a Brainstorm, finds a Nadu, passes the turn. Paulo has to do something.
Ritual.
Wow, Paulo with no further plays other than the Delphi Voidwalker. Did mulligan to 5, but I wonder what we're holding in hand. Here's Urza Saga. Nadu finds Force of Will, which isn't bad. Now Nomads and Core. Now things get crazy. Another Nomads and Core. Cephalid Illusionist. Ponder. Okay, Paulo has seen enough.
17. Then I'll go to 15.
So a somewhat quick Game 1 victory for Yosef. The Delphi Voidwalker looked like it was going to be a little bit of a speed bump. I guess maybe it was, but easily removed it. Continued on. Mono Black deck didn't do a whole lot in Game 1.
Those, I guess.
So now Paulo will be on the play. Look like a mulligan to 6.
No, that was Jeff.
Okay.
So this is kind of the deck that like I remember having it in the game. And now to get to the point like it's very too high for.
Yeah, I agree. Paulo in Game 1 needed both Delphi Voidwalker and some kind of a Thoughtseize effect. All right, starting off Game 2 with Entomb, Unmask rather, pitching Entomb. Force of Will, Ponder, Ghost Vacuum, Force of Negation, Brainstorm, Hedge Maze, Cavern of Souls. So a very disruptive defensive hand here. Ghost Vacuum could potentially be really annoying if Paulo's trying to do mono black reanimator stuff. Takes Force of Will, okay. Extirpate now on Force of Will. Okay. Extirpate potentially could be really good against the breakfast combo, but we're prioritizing stopping Force of Wills from being in the deck right now. Unclear to me what that means about Paulo's game plan here. Yeah, Extirpate also good against Oops. It's good against all the Dread Return, Thassa's Oracle crap.
I saw a lot of the decks now.
Cavern of Souls, Ghost Vacuum, pass the turn.
To be fair though, I feel like, I mean, I haven't listed it, but I feel like 4 is too excessive.
Unmasked.
Wow, just land drop pass from Paulo now.
For sure, but at the same time, it's like, it's such a poor top deck.
Hedge Maze, Surveil. Dumps a Misty.
Trying to be like Cub decks though, like the new ones. They're trying to just get the Cub,
And put, like,
attack
a
with the
warrior-
Cub.
yeah.
Looks like Paulo's holding maybe Cabal Therapy.
It does seem kind
And Dark Ritual, maybe?
4 Cubs.
And 4 like shelter traveler
Yeah.
windows or some stuff like
Exactly.
that. I don't know though. I just feel like
I'm
first of
skeptical.
all,
I'm skeptical.
I don't want to buy like 2 more Cubs.
I don't want to buy.
Like buying just the 2 actually.
I'm really not sure about the extirpate on Force of Will. That seemed really unnecessary.
And they're gonna reprint it like 7 times
Yeah.
You can make
next year, probably.
Although I have to say though, that I feel like the Cubs have already made their.
Okay, Collective Brutality is a way to go after Yosef's hand.
Not escalating. Just gonna take the.
Ponder, Brainstorm, Force of Negation are face up on the battlefield. A second Ponder and then a Urza's Saga. Collective Brutality takes Force of Negation, leaving Yosef with a handful of cantrips. A Cabal Therapy on Ponder, naming Ponder would have been pretty good. Ghost Vacuum exiles the Collective Brutality now. Okay, knowing about Cabal Therapy. Well, not knowing about Cabal Therapy. I know about it. Yosef doesn't know about it. Casting Ponder now. Plays Urza Saga. Plays Shuko. Pass the turn. Sorcery Speed Bowmaster while Yosef is tapped. Making an Orc army passing the turn. So Brainstorm and Ponder got a little bit worse in hand, but Yosef's going to start making some constructs potentially. And they will be pretty big pretty quickly.
Cards in hand?
4. Yeah.
Children?
Yeah, I fucking hate that. Okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Make a construct.
Oh yeah, you are. So fucking stupid.
Block the bonus.
Okay, it looks like an error here. Losing a Bowmaster in combat. Bad attacks. Construct made. 3/3 construct eats Bowmaster. But we have Shouldred on the board. Shouldred the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Construct. Go to search.
Yosef makes another construct. Searching now with Urza's Saga. Shouldred's a major problem.
Like I don't know if
But we could be clear to combo.
like rose metal.
Gets another Shuko. Adds to the power toughness of these constructs. Potentially could attack with a, what is it, 7/5 right now?
All your guys are so weak. Yeah. It was like I have like trample and
We'll
freaking
put here.
double strike and shit.
I have a bear.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. Swing 7.
Swinging with a 7/5 construct. That's pretty pretty good at winning this race against Shouldred. Drops Paulo to 13.
Put here. Take a.
Transfer them over to the blocker. Pass the turn. So the blue sleeve on Paulo's side is an Orc army. It's still a 1/1. Shouldred will gain 2 life.
Average.
Looks like Paulo's holding that Cabal Therapy still. I think that's Cabal Therapy.
You know, I kept 7 in both of these games, but my deck is the same. It's like
Very good
5
draw.
points
Or very good call.
Wow. No way. No way. Oh my goodness. All right, Cabal Therapy naming Swords to Plowshares. I was like, oh, that's not going to hit anything. And it was a double hit. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna say it's
Oh, that
Jeff.
was against Jeff. Yeah.
Wow.
1-2.
Can we top like a land outside? Okay, let's go.
No way.
Trigger.
Seven.
Did anyone see that coming? I mean, come on.
I played against the initiative.
So one of the constructs attacking now. Ghost Vacuum has an Orcish Bowmaster trapped under it. The blue sleeve is a 1/1 Orc army. Brainstorm, Ponder in Yosef's hand. Could have sacrificed the Cabal Therapy to hit Ponder. I mean, sacrifice the Orc army to Cabal Therapy to hit the Ponder, but with Childred on the battlefield, I don't think that's a priority. Here's Dolthy Voidwalker, which is pretty good disruption against the combo. Okay, Cabal Therapy gets exiled by Ghost Vacuum now. Yosef will attack. I mean, lose 2 life, but likely will attack here. Orc army could chump.
Oh, I meant like a loose play, but yeah, I got one in the pack and then I bought the other 3. But like when they were new, they were like $40.
I'm gonna chunk.
Dolthy Voidwalker cannot block because of his shadow.
7.
None of them are canceled.
All right, swinging for 7. 1/1 Orc army will chump. Pass the turn back to Paulo. Seems like we're missing the gain life. Okay, we got it. Go. Orcish Bowmaster, sorcery speed.
Yeah.
You lose 115. I'm at 20.
All right, just passing the turn after that. Could have attacked with the Voidwalker. Oh, we did attack with the Voidwalker. Okay, a little bit of take back.
And you take 2, right? That's
Oh no, sorry. I can't
Yeah, I
do
didn't
that.
do that yet. So that's okay.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, you're totally right.
These are shadow, but I'm
It's
too.
okay. It's okay.
You're at 19.
I'm at 60.
So Dolthy Voidwalker, a pretty good attacker right now for Paulo. A construct with 2 Shukos attached to it. Now Nadu. Okay, that gets around Childred. That gets around Bowmaster. Have a couple of creatures in play. Gonna get a lot of triggers out of this. Prismatic Ending now is found.
That's the turn then. No thoughts.
Need a way to beat Childred, though, I guess.
Take it.
Monka TG, thank you for the resub. 60 months from Monka, the first 5-year badge I'm seeing, 5-year resub I'm seeing. Thank you, Monka T. What's up, Monka T, with a founder badge? That's 5 years. Wow.
We've already done it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Time has flown by, but also it felt like a million years at the same time. Crazy.
That's good. So I'll mill 2.
3 cards. 3 cards.
5 years is a long time. Specchio agrees.
That's what I was thinking about the whole time.
So Prismatic Ending looks like it's getting fired off on Voidwalker, which is Paulo's main attacker right now. Monka TG with a great question. How has the legacy scene evolved over this period? That's the question of the day. Well, 5 years, you know, when this channel started, we were just playing over webcam. We had no local scene to play. The pandemic had just hit. New York City was shut down. We were playing webcam Legacy over webcam here on Twitch. Kind of a strange time for us all. As far as the format itself, around that time, when we first started, Luris was legal. Big attack coming in.
Tricky. I'm gonna play this. Sure.
I'll take 6.
All right, the big attack. Now equipping Nadu with the 2 Shukos. Shieldred still stands. Bowlmaster still stands. Okay, now a Baragoi for Paulo. That's pretty good. I think is that a what is that top left? Is that another prismatic ending?
I have sorcery, instant creature, land. 4? No, it's 5, 6.
Sorcery, instant creature, land, artifact. Yeah.
Okay, that's a Nomads and Core top left.
Draw, go to 1.
Yeah, I got 11. Go.
I think they just made Yosef lose life twice, didn't they?
We'll do the naughty thing.
2 cards in hand?
3. That is huge. We're just gonna put that way off to the side.
The first
that
through
doesn't matter.
is
3 triggers.
basic land, right?
Yeah.
Is the 5 life next or is it Forge?
No, it's
Forge first, right?
yeah, Forge is first, yeah.
6.
Alright. Just making
Trigger.
I'm gonna cast a Seasoned Engineer.
Okay, a Surveil happening here with Meticulous Archive. Dumping a Narcomoeba into the yard. That'll come into play. It's another creature.
Oh no, it comes back.
So you only have 4 instant, land,
Yeah, so-
enchantment.
Yep.
That's my spell for the turn.
So it's 5.
Instant, land, sorcery, enchantment. 4.
Okay, Barograve has 4 power. Scott, thank you for the 5 gift subs and a resub for yourself. 34 months. And a hello, fellow Legacy gamers for Scott. Scott, leading the way. Number 1 on our all-time gifter leaderboard. Thank you, Scott, so much.
I'll just pass.
335 gifted subs on the channel now for Scott. Incredible. Thank you for all the support. Looks like Yosef has a Swords to Plowshares in hand now. Nomads and Core gets played. Gonna trigger Nadu a few more times. Double Nadu added to hand. Can't ponder or brainstorm at 1 life now.
5, 5 here.
Should work. So,
Are we just supposed to... How does Yosef win this now?
Game 5.
Does everything sound okay, chat? Optimus is saying something sounds funny?
This is 5.
yeah.
How many mana you got?
Trigger. Trigger. 1, 2, 3.
Seems like everything's working okay.
10 cards.
Yeah, go for it.
When I get a chance,
You know what? I hope we beat me.
10.
yeah, when I get a chance. Yeah, pass.
Okay, so with another Nadu now, we did the whole thing over again. Found another Swords to Plowshares. Gonna start with Shieldred.
36 non-committed.
I'm gonna lose that damn barrel by far, right?
Oh, you have a 5-6.
Thassa's Oracle is in hand, so the potential of milling the library and then casting Thassa's Oracle from hand is here, is a possibility. Yosef has a gigantic hand. That stack of cards we're looking at right now is Yosef's hand.
It's worth a drop to canvas.
Oh, actually.
No cards in hand, right? No cards. Sure. I think that's what I want to do.
Sorry, bud.
I think I actually have a spot.
Pretty much
Can't fetch at 1 life.
Yeah, I did that. Draw. Okay.
I mean, how big are these constructs now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still 5. 5 base power and toughness. If you equip 1 each with a Shuko and attack, Paulo has to block and lose the power glaive, hold swords to swords 1 and gain life.
Draw.
It's just for free. I'll exile Nadu.
Okay, Soulgun Lantern exiles Nadu. That shrinks the Baraglyph. Okay.
Oh, what color are you?
If you, I don't think I can win if you do the Bowmaster thing anyway, so we'll just exile this.
Okay, swordsing the Baraglyph. Oh, there is a Bowmaster available to block. I kind of forgot about that. Or did I forget about that? I don't know. This is taking a while. Holding swords to be able to sword your own creature likely was a play worth considering. But now Paulo has no Baraglyph, no Shieldred, just a Bowmaster sitting by itself on the battlefield. Alright, discarded a bunch of stuff to hand size, passed the turn to Paulo, who just has a Bowmaster, passes the turn.
Untap, draw.
My treasure token. Whatever. I'll just put that. Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm at 4
cast
life? Yeah.
Thassa's Oracle. Trigger on the stack. Target a bunch of times. Draw the rest of it.
Okay, Nadu into Thassa's Oracle, or Thassa's Oracle into Nadu, however you want to look at it. That is the match. Yosef gets it. GG's. GG's. Wow. Okay, we're going to set up another poll for the chat to decide which match next. Your options will be, is it Cutter versus Red Stompy, or is it Delver versus Black Green Depths, or Sultai Beans Mirror? 1 minute. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Poll happening in the chat. What do I want this time? I don't know. I voted. I kind of just picked whatever. Our Discord server is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. AJ Potato with a question. Where did all the lands players go? So We were talking about lands before. Seems like some of them are in retreat. I don't know. Some dual land altars got posted in our Discord. Looks like a Nadu deck. Sultai Beans Mirror selected by the chat. Aviator contributed 600 channel points. Let's do it. Diving in.
This was also on Melrose at this point years ago when I first started.
So there are rumors that Omar bought 10 of the Deadpool Secret Lair.
I bought 2 actually.
If you drop the days on me, we're gonna have problems.
And he pre-ordered 10 cases of the Spider-Man set.
I wish. I would if I could.
That's a rumor. All right, on the left side of your screen, we have Dominic on Sultai. On the right side, we have Omar on Sultai. In the background, you hear me making all kinds of claims about Omar. But Omar is very, very excited for all the Marvel sets. Very excited. Like a little bit too excited, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do now? Keep this hand?
Why are they doing a Marvel set? Because of Omar. People like Omar want it.
Start us off, Playboy.
All right.
Wow, what a way to start. Basic Swamp Thoughtseize. We get to see the hand. Tameo, Witherbloom Command, Bowmaster, Force of Will, Brainstorm. Double Misty are the lands. Looks like Witherbloom Command selected. Wow. Okay. Scott says, I was pressured into buying a Deadpool Secret Lair by a coworker who just got into Magic. I felt trapped and compelled to do so to encourage them to keep at it. You know what, Scott? You make up excuses. I know you wanted the Deadpool Secret Lair. Just admit it.
Tameo?
Yeah, let's go.
Here is Tameo. Start us up, Playboy. Philmatic in the chat says Omar's excitement is one of his best qualities. Yeah, it's really fun hanging out with Omar.
That feels so bad.
I know, right?
You just used the word force like 13 times in one sentence.
Welcome to the Beansbury, yeah.
The force.
Omar, one of our local players, slowly building up a resume of competitive Magic stuff.
Yeah, no, you do. For that exact reason. Oh, I reset it. Shit. Yeah, it's fun right here. Okay. We can still scale back. So I was at 18 from the Thoughtseize.
Yep.
I just lost.
All right, players still getting used to the life counter. Sometimes it gets messed up. So, Force of Will to protect up the Beanstalk. And the first up the Beanstalk of the game will be resolved on Omar's side. Twitch chat will be keeping track of Beanstalk triggers in this match. And by the end of the match, we will see who has more Beanstalk triggers. Right, chat?
And the D100s, which my kids have meticulously picked apart and lost my stuff.
Really?
Oh, God.
Hedge Maze, Surveil. Misty Rainforest into the graveyard. Yeah, Dominic with no playmat at this event. Not sure what's up with that. Little strange.
I'm compulsive. I have to. Makes sense.
Well, that's the evil dice. The black ones are the evil dice.
So, oh, maybe which one's a nice dice?
I don't know. My kid probably ate it or something.
Still with that trigger on the
Doesn't matter. I got a 4. It's even worse.
Oh, no.
Sounds like a lot of laughing in the background. What's up with that?
Murderous cut, exiling 4, trigger Beanstalk.
Murderous cut on Tameo. Trigger the beans.
Yep.
Cosmic Coil has arrived with a reset with Prime. 44 months. Been with us a long time, Cosmic Coil. No playmat is the new no token. Yeah. No playmat is a major violation. Dominic usually has a playmat too. I don't know what's going on. Someone call Dominic. What's happening?
I'm gonna be able to go master.
I'm older than I was.
So you go.
Feeling stressed.
20-something, I assume? 30.
So Omar with the only non-land permanent and up the beanstalk. This card is good in 2025.
It's not good.
I had a baby face my whole life as well.
Oh, really?
About a year ago,
Awful
a little over a year ago actually, maybe a couple of months.
I'm gonna attempt to.
We had an epic finals match between Dominic and one of our other local players, Hank.
Yeah, it's gonna resolve.
In one of the Game Storia 1Ks. That's Rakshas's bargain resolving. And at that point in time, I just remember the comment section, the Discord, the Twitch chat, the Reddit people, the Twitter people especially were screaming for Beanstalk to be banned. And now it's like,
Almost prevented a disaster.
oh, thank goodness, we can play Beanstalk again.
Yeah, I'm scoring.
I pointed it out. I've pointed that out a few times recently, but it's so funny to me.
These guys
I'm
out
gonna
of the way.
start by thought seizing you.
Okay, stop by thought seizing you. The hand is all lands. Omar, very excited to reveal.
I'm gonna play Mystic Sanctuary. Sure. I'm gonna target the Witherbloom.
Yep.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary puts Witherbloom Command back on top of the deck. Ponder now.
The autumn.
Draw.
Oh, you can use this.
Play Witherbloom. I'm gonna blow up your beans. I'm gonna mill me for 3 and then
All right, Witherbloom Command will blow up the beans. Mill 3, return a land.
In my day, we didn't have phones. We had to keep our life counters uphill in the snow.
Misty Rainforest. Scott says you're misremembering. We were screaming about how awesome Hank's hair was. Yes, lots of people like Hank's hair. Very interesting.
Go ahead.
All right, so both players have cleared the other's board of non-land permanents. Now Murktide. Omar with a hand of 2 lands and an unknown card. Murktide Regent still good in 2025. There are a lot of people calling for bans of this card too.
I'll get an island and I'm gonna fetch again.
Gee, I wonder what he drew.
Oh, it could be anything.
All right, maybe Omar drew a force. Fetching up 2 lands. Maybe we can hard cast it here. Run the edges of our seats.
Mystic Sanctuary, target Murderous Cut.
Sure.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary targeting Murderous Cut. That's going to go on top of the deck. And then a hard cast force. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, Murktide is countered.
This whole sequence would have been significantly better with beans in play.
So far, a good game 1.
I'll also just cast Bowmaster. I'll shoot you.
Yep.
All right, Bowmaster with the lights out. I like it. Murderous Cut on top of the deck.
Guess I'll play around one. How many cards in hand?
2.
Guess I'll play around double days. Kill Willmaster? Sure. Go ahead.
End step, I'm gonna fetch. 14.
Did we not pay enough for the Murderous Cut? Unlikely to matter, but whatever. Yeah, no playmat, no token for Dominic. Something really bad is going on over there.
I like them in this deck. My issue is not with the Surveillance. It was playing them in tempo or don't.
But yeah, we had people calling for bans of Beanstalk, Murktide. I mean, a lot of these people, we have people in the Magic community at large, Legacy community no different, with just like these horrible track records of calling for bans.
I'm guessing.
We should ban Prismatic Ending and Plague Engineer. Like, if you search through Twitter, you'll find some of these people. Just mute them.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Up the Beanstalk this time on Dominic's side.
Fetch.
AKA Wraith with a question, are there any Storm heads in NYC? Yes, we do have some local Storm players. We do.
Yeah. Yeah, the Estrids is.
He's still my beating heart.
Ponder.
All right, here's a Ponder for Dominic.
3, 4,
Force of Will. Oh, we didn't find the Force of Will.
No, we didn't. Hence the shuffle.
Because I know for a fact it's the only card you're looking for right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Say go.
It's a good problem to have. Brainstorm?
It's a good one.
All right, brainstorm now for Omar.
Very, very interesting.
AJ Potato with a great question. I'm curious, Chris, what passes your ban threshold? Great question. I guess in the end, I agreed with the ban of Vexing Bauble specifically. It felt like it was disabling and enabling the wrong things and affecting the metagame in a really negative way. I know that's kind of vague, but looking into the Vexing Bauble thing when that was still around, it made sense to me to ban that card. And this is going back years ago, but I played Modern when Oko was legal and played Oko, Snow Oko Mirrors, that mid-rangey control deck that existed at the time. If you were there, you felt how miserable that gameplay was. And Oko made sense to be banned in Modern.
That's your shot.
Usually, though, people are, screaming into the void about whatever card needs to be banned. And I feel mostly fine. I'm like, all right, you know what? Whatever. Let's see what's in the next set. I don't get all bent out of shape when like a win rate of a deck gets a couple of percentage points too high. That's just not me.
Sorry, yeah, 4.
If it weren't for making this channel, and if it weren't for Magic social media, I probably would never, personally, almost never think about what cards need to be banned. Just not something I really care about. Monka says Chris bans nothing. This is a man who uses Riot Shield with RPG in Call of Duty out of control. Listen, I was a very strategic Call of Duty player back in the day. 7/7 Murktide attacking for Omar. Dominic needs removal. Has a red sleeve orc army.
Have to brainstorm.
Hey, look, you found it.
3. Okay.
Surely somewhere in those cards is an answer to the time.
Not exactly, but not like a permanent one necessarily, but.
God, you're not gonna. This town ain't big enough, me, are you? Oh, Brazen Borrower.
No. Burrow.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Trigger.
All right. Omar's surprised and happy to see Uro, another card that people have famously called to be banned.
Attempt to escape Uro.
Okay, now going to escape Uro. This game is getting interesting.
I thought Uro was washed. I thought he was bad.
This game has been a roller coaster.
Omar claims Omar was washed. Or at least he thought so. Monka says he does play the objective, though, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to win the game.
Singo.
Talking about Call of Duty.
Sure. Yeah.
So now Dominic has an Uro, 12 life, and a 1/1 Orc army represented by that red sleeve, and a Beanstalk. Murktide's going to hang back.
I at various points in this game thought we were both 100% to win.
Yeah. I was like, there's surely no lot of.
Yeah, that's true. Dominic pointing out that he thought at certain points in this game, the other person or himself was, Omar or himself was 100% to win this game, but this game has been really strange. So Omar is with a 7/7 Murktide on defense, getting attacked here by Uro and the 1/1 Orc army. Gonna block Uro.
Go up to 15.
Blocks. I'll block the Uro. Time to make his wrath.
Uro dies.
Take 1.
I'm gonna.
Uro will die in combat. Now with a Bloom command to kill Murktide. Ouch.
Fucking game.
Yeah. And then I'm going to.
No, it kind of sucks for you.
Re-escape Uro.
So now re-escaping Uro, and it looks like Dominic is doing doing some plays to get ahead at this point. High life total, Uro in play. Up the Beanstalk in play. Omar with no non-land permanents, just a 2 cards in hand.
It is theoretically an option.
I guess I'll
I'm not going to
play
take the option.
Tameo.
And now a Tameo, not bad.
The shittiest, ugly looking.
I'm not sure what draws we have in this time.
Pernicious Deed, but that's not my main deck.
Even then,
Hey, that's a good one.
that is a good one.
Unless it has real
All right, Rakshasa's bargain. The card is good.
piece of shit.
Good.
And my buddy gave me this version just because he knew I would hate it. So he did it to break my nuts.
That's fair. I actually like that.
At least give me the card with a real board. They got it on border. What the fuck?
All right. People in the background being a little too loud.
44 years old, for God's sakes. What do you think I like?
Times, old man.
In my graveyard.
All the full arts.
Nah, the times can get with.
Okay, 5 cards in Dominic's graveyard. If Uro dies, it can be escaped again. Ponder here for Omar. Omar will shuffle. Omar needs a way to beat Uro and not allow Tameo to flip into a Planeswalker and then ultimate. Dominic went back up to 20 life. Dominic chooses not to cut the deck. Looks like there's a LaCroix top center of the screen. Not sponsored, but it's going to look like we're sponsored, right? Why do people like those things? Those things aren't good. Fatal Push hits Uro. Here's Tameo.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I'm gonna waste your untapped land. Sure.
Okay, wasting Hedge Maze. So now Omar's tapped out. Could waste Missy's Sanctuary here.
No, that can't be.
What happened to Life in Alone? Where'd that end up? All right, removal. Get rid of Tameo.
Escape. Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, Loam was forced negation. Okay. Thank you, Satel. Satel paying attention.
I was like, wait, are you at 20? Yeah, you were at 20.
23.
Oh, 23.
Trigger the Uro. I draw.
Yeah, man.
No land to put into play. Wasteland, your Underground Sea. And you know what? I'm just going to let go alone.
All right, now a Life from Alone for Dominic. Omar cackling and scooping it up. We're going to game 2.
Oh, you know.
Earl was on top of Omar's deck. What a strange game. All right, Dominic up a game. Yeah, Uro is still out there.
Best of luck.
It's not on the watch list anymore.
That's why we play the deck. Hey, lose the game the entire time and just rip it.
I ain't fighting with you.
I'll keep it.
I'll try this.
All right, Omar keeps 7. Dominic keeps 7. Polluted Delta pass the turn. Pretty back and forth game 1. Hoping for an interesting game 2 as well.
Draw. Single.
That's not
Yep.
All right, Hedge Maze Cervelle for Omar. This is so random, but there's a spider like right next to my mirror, my monitor, that's just been going up and down on its string. Like, what are you doing? Just goes up and down. feel like just grabbing my scissor and cutting the tree. Stop it.
It's the same size. Magic number.
All right, Uro's getting reacted to by the cracking of polluted Delta. Uro played a huge role in game 1, but on Dominic's side. Omar will now first appear on Omar's side.
So I'll gain 2 life net, essentially.
Sounds like Dominic is flashing in a Bowmaster in response. Omar will ramp a bit. Omar will put Uro in the graveyard.
Oh, yes. Be pretty good otherwise. Always.
Okay, temporarily cut Omar off of black. Could find black again with Misty Rainforest. Attack it for 2.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Yeah. Say go.
I'll take it for 3, actually.
I'll play.
So cut Omar down to mana. Uro escaping might, it seems, take a little while. Not going to happen this turn, it seems. With a Bloom Command, trying to kill Orcish Bowmaster.
I'm going to force that pitching Murktide.
Force pitching Murktide, protecting Bowmaster. That resolves with a Bloom Command. Heads to the trash. Without completing the mission. Another Bowmaster on end step, pretty good.
14, and that's a 3-3. Yep.
So a 3/3 Orc army now for Dominic, attacking for 5. Omar drops to 9. This looks like a pretty one-sided game so far compared to game 1. But what did we learn in game 1? This matchup can go back and forth. Omar needs a little bit of help. Escaping Uro could help a lot. Rakshasa's bargain now.
Yeah, when you felt the seal
I'm going to invoke Endurance, pitching Pernicious Deed.
Target me?
Yeah.
All right. Evoking Endurance, pitching Pernicious Deed. Pernicious Deed, obviously very powerful. But getting rid of Uro, putting it on the bottom of Omar's deck along with a bunch of other cards. So Omar has an empty graveyard, facing down 2 Bowmasters and a 3/3 Orc army. In a little bit of trouble here. Down to 9 life. Okay, a Bowmaster is a great start. Get rid of a Bowmaster. Okay. Ooh, nice Orc army. Blue Delta.
Close.
It seems like
Kill the one for 3? Sure.
All right, Witherbloom Command hits the other Bowmaster. That was a go for the throat Wasteland and Brainstorm milled into the graveyard by Witherbloom Command. Just grab a fetch. Okay, so that was a pretty good turn for Omar. The back and forth is happening.
3.
Surveils a trop into the graveyard with Hedge Maze. Chump block Orc Army with an Orc Army. 3/3 Orc Army on Dominic's side will survive combat. Ponder now. That'll give Omar another amass. Assuming we remember the trigger. Wow, the light is coming in, like, ruining my shot right now.
Draw.
Ponder is good. He's good.
Master.
Oh, yeah.
You can try all you want.
That's a little bit better.
I'll make a
Sure
second.
what that guy's doing. So.
Non-tokenized, right?
Yes.
Okay, Shieldred's Edict. Non-token. The board has been cleared of all Orcish Bowmasters.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Rakshas's bargain now. Well, a couple of minutes ago, it looked like Dominic was in complete control of this game. Potentially now we're seeing it slip away a little bit. Uro in the mix. That's going to the graveyard along with a brainstorm. Rakshas's bargain's pretty damn good.
I haven't played a land this turn, right?
Oh, wait, no, did you play that first round?
Makes it easier for me.
Fair enough.
I like that.
Oh, I think I played this for turn. Yeah.
All right, players in agreement. Omar did play that polluted delta this turn.
Touch.
7.
Chris, thanks for taking that.
Crazy thing
I knew it was like an easy one. Yeah.
Sure, you can just do it. Look at
Sanctuary target bug.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary to put Rakshas's bargain back on top of the deck.
Merc. Yeah, you got it. Let's go to the next one.
All right, Murktide gets the scoop. Going to game 3. Yeah, I do look very film noir. It's true.
Honestly, the star of the show has been Rakshasa.
Try and fix that.
And Uro. Turns out.
I'll keep.
I'll keep it as well.
Ponder.
Yep.
All right, here's a ponder to start game 3 for Dominic, who's on the play this time. Somehow, Dominic did not win game 2. It seemed unlikely at one point that Omar would win, but Omar won. Swingy games. Both players start the game with a ponder. Wasteland, not bad.
Trigger.
Yep.
Another Wasteland from Dominic could be amazing. Fatal Push dumped. Lorien revealed, Island cycled.
Would you mill?
Fatal Push.
Show me your secrets.
Okay, Dominic finds a trap.
Show.
Beans.
Force, pitch, brainstorm. Sure.
Okay, force a wheel pitching brainstorm to stop up the beanstalk from resolving on Dominic's side. AP wondering when will Wizards take action against all this Underground Sea. Yeah, Underground Sea seems to be the real problem, right?
Now, we'll see.
Okay, it looks like Omar's got an up the beanstalk.
Man, it was dog shit last time, so
Draw.
I don't want to hear it.
Go ahead.
AP asking the right question. Was it tested for 1v1? Yeah. Up the beanstalk gets forced. Pitching Murktide. Draw off the beans. Omar jumping ahead in this game.
If you get another warning, we'll call the judge again.
Seiko.
Honestly, it's fair.
I don't give a shit.
Sorry, man.
You didn't do it on purpose. Two cards gone.
Another up the beanstalk for Omar. So 2 for 2 for Omar, 0 for 2 for Dominic on up the beanstalks in this game. Vantage bar swinging over to the right. How do we feel about Dominic's chances here in game 3, Chad? After watching games 1 and 2, is this a game that Dominic can climb back into? I'm unsure. Carpet of Flowers now.
Trigger.
Yeah.
Turn forceful. Days motivation. Sure.
Okay, Force of Will goes back on top of the deck. Yeah, Orcish Bowmaster could be pretty good.
The second mate.
Okay.
Trigger.
Yep.
Make green.
Oh my goodness. All right, a third up the beanstalk. In response, Orcish Bowmasters. This is what Twitch chat was predicting could happen. Shieldred's Edict, though. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This resolves?
Yeah.
Draw. Go ahead.
I can't wait for
It's interesting. It's terrifying.
Doesn't Dominic get an Orc army, though? I think the players are missing it.
What would you have buried? Anything. Doesn't matter. Fuck, I know.
Fetch.
I'm gonna do that.
So I know you have force in hand.
This is
Ponder.
All right, here's a ponder for Dominic.
The Witherbloom's not really doing me much, huh?
You might.
Omar with 3 up the beanstalks and a carpet of flowers. A tranquility from Dominic could be game winning right now.
Spellbomb.
trigger it.
Now Spellbomb is something. It's not going to stop these beanstalks though.
Trigger.
Dominic potentially finding another Bowmaster, as Twitch chat pointed out, could be pretty good. 3 beanstalks. You do have to be careful with 3 beanstalks in play.
Green mana? Sure. Use one of the green mana.
Yep.
Witherbloom commands, mill you for 3. No, mill myself for 3. And draining for 2.
Okay.
Okay. Drain and mill myself. Bargoyf got dumped into the graveyard. Can return a land now. It's going to be a fetch, it looks like.
Land for turn. Go ahead. Draw? Sure. I did have force.
This is not over. This is not over. Dominic, as some of you might remember, top-aided Eternal Weekend Legacy 2024, North America. Kind of a big accomplishment for Dominic. And in a way, our community as a whole. We had a whole group of people testing for Eternal Weekend and so on, so felt like a big win for all of us. Uro goes to the graveyard after resolving. Carpet of Flowers now for Dominic. It's not bad.
Sego.
Oh, thank God. I want to.
Omar relieved to have no follow-up after Carpet of Flowers.
Are you?
Oh, so you did have Hydra.
Need one with this.
This be dude.
What do I got? 4?
Yeah.
I should go back.
Okay, Omar has 4 islands. Can make quite a bit of mana here. What do you want to do with it? Agent Potato with a great question. Has Dominic busted out the top 8 crop rotations promo yet in a match? We have. We have had that happen. It's up on our YouTube channel. We've seen it a few times. Dominic was rocking those really nice-looking promo crop rotations for a while. In a different deck, obviously. So Uro getting escape now.
3, 4.
Anybody curious for the link? I'll find it if you ask for it some other time.
With the
Force of Will on Uro. Force of Negation in response.
So that is fine. I'll draw 3 cards.
Yep.
Oh, sorry,
Only like 14 minutes left, so I figured.
Brainstorm dog shit. It kind of looked like dog shit because you put back one of the cards you threw.
Trigger.
Your hand was dog shit before that. I had the wasteland in there. You were silent.
Land to put in.
Yeah, I felt like I needed to play the saga there.
No,
You had it.
You had to. Yeah, if I had the wasteland, that was that.
I'm gonna crack the spell bomb.
Okay, now Spellbomb gets cracked. Gets rid of Omar's graveyard. Uro is on the board. Uro can attack and do a lot of damage. But Omar has a lot of cards in hand. It's likely Omar will be able to remove this Uro. I don't think it's going to stick around for long. At least that's my prediction as of right now.
With the 3 black and this, Murderous Cut, 3
Quadruple sleeper.
All right, Murderous Cut, draw 3. It's pretty nuts.
Nothing to reveal. You got nothing else.
Yep.
Now an Uro for Omar, who has an empty graveyard.
inner sleeves are cards. I like the
Move to discard? Sure.
Discards another Uro to hand size.
The spell bomb.
I'll attempt. Oh, with this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make any. I'm gonna attempt to beanstalk.
Am I even supposed to force this? Look at
I'm gonna mulligan.
Am I supposed to force this, says Omar. 3 beanstalks in play. I was saying before, you do have to be careful. You could mill yourself by accident with triple beanstalk. Bowmaster in response. This could be an important turn in this game.
Yeah.
14. Yep. Draw 3, 1, 2.
So now Omar has drawn 3 cards, but Dominic ended up with a Bowmaster and a 4/4 Arc Army. Up the Beanstalk was countered for Dominic. Now going to make some mana with Carpet.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did it. You finish our game in 12 minutes. It ain't gonna take that long.
I hope so.
I'll fetch. I'm gonna make black with that.
Okay. Making black with Carpet.
Witherbloom command.
I guess that's probably the biggest thing.
Blowing up your carpet. And returning a land.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So back 3, 1, back.
So blowing up Carpet of Flowers, returning a land to hand with Witherbloom command. Returns a polluted Delta.
And I'm going to Witherbloom command, Carpet, and use minus.
Tempted to force the Witherbloom command, trying to get rid of Carpet and Bowmaster.
I haven't played a land. No, I did play a land this turn. In response. I tap like this, I can. Bargain.
I'll shoot you for 3.
Okay, Rakshasa's Bargain getting cast here. The Orc Army grows to a 7/7 now. Wow, it's really hard to predict who's going to win this game, huh? Omar just has so many cards, though. But how thin is that deck? All right, Fatal Push on Bowmaster.
Force the force pitching race.
Okay, you'll draw 3.
Yep.
Okay, so after Fatal Pushing Bowmaster, Force of Will. On the Force of Will, draw 3 more cards. Dominic has a 7/7 Orc Army. Omar is at 10.
Yeah, I'll get this card.
Omar discarding a whole bunch of cards to hand size, though. We'll have a...
I was like, I have to do it, but now I feel stupid for letting it through earlier. I'll discard Bargain, Life, Mist, and 1.
Okay, a Life and a Loam was discarded. Unsure if we want to be dredging Loam with 3 Beanstalks in play. That 7/7 Orc Army will need to be dealt with.
Waste. I guess waste that. Cards. Attempt to check. Escape Earl.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Dominic is escaping Uro. What a battle this match has been. It's been grindy as hell.
Put a land into play. I'm gonna fetch. Go to 23. Grab an island. I'm gonna cast Orcish Bowmasters.
I'm going to be at 1 when all this is all said and done.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so that shoots you, and then this is a 8/8, so I'll put you to 1.
So Omar ends up at 1 life, facing down Bowmaster 8/8 Orc Army, and Uro.
Do have an Uro in there. And I always, I had an
You have 2 Uros, actually.
Wow, I'm stupid. I can't believe I'm that stupid. I just threw away this whole game.
Omar's saying I threw away this game. I'm not sure why. I don't think Omar has... Okay, here's a Bowmaster for Omar.
Kill that.
Sure.
Okay, gonna start the turn by Bowmastering your Bowmaster. Has 2 blockers now.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Uro.
Okay, now an Uro.
Okay. We go up to 4.
We did see Murderous Cut cast in this match. Unsure about game 3.
I haven't triggered Revolt, right?
No.
No, but I couldn't crack a fetch anyways. It's true. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, Omar with some defenders now. Uro and the 8/8 Orc Army are attacking. Uro triggers, Bowmaster triggers.
And then I go up to... Did you include the left gate? Okay.
No.
Okay.
You gonna put a lance away? Nope. Before blocks, push the token.
Okay. Token is down.
Chump the arrow.
Sure. I'm gonna cast Murktide. Sure.
Pretty good Murktide. Dominic continues to slam threats. How many cards are left in Omar's library? It looks like maybe 15 cards, maybe, at most.
If I had just bought the Witherblue bag, I completely forgot I had Sanctuary.
We've both been low-key throwing this game.
Yes, that 3.
All the non-land permanents on the battlefield right now are on the watch list. Uro, Bowmaster, Murktide, up the Beanstalk. It all needs to be watched very, very carefully. The people of the Legacy panel have a ticker going across their screen right now with real-time MTGO results coming in. They're watching it all very carefully.
Oh, you may.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. We're gonna need a range track.
Looks like 11 cards left in Omar's graveyard. Omar's excited.
Let's give you huge mercs, I guess, but I'll say go.
Untap.
So with 3 Beanstalks on the battlefield, Omar might have to be really careful casting high mana value spells now.
Fucked up game. Alright, go for the throw your Murktide region.
Okay.
Go for the throat, removes Murktide. Attack with Uro. Draw a card, which kind of speeds up Omar's graveyard library running out of cards.
Murktide Regents.
Okay, Omar trying to speed up the clock on both sides, I guess, by casting this Murktide. Going to draw 3 cards and put an 8/8 Murktide onto the battlefield, it seems.
Sure. Trigger the beans.
Trigger the beans thrice, actually.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Can I count your library again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 cards left in Omar's library. That's not good. 8/8 Murktide, though, and an Uro, and an Orcish Bowmaster. Can Omar deliver 19 points of damage before he runs out of cards in library is what everybody's wondering now. Can't force a will, yeah. At least not safely.
Combat?
We haven't seen Endurance appear on either side in this game 3, have we?
Yeah, combat's fine.
If Omar has one, that changes things. Uro attacks.
I'll block with the Murktide.
Sure.
Alright.
Uro dies.
Oh, hang on. Before we move the second main.
Yeah, Bowmaster trigger was missed there. Oh, looks like an Endurance.
For endurance.
Everyone to report,
Okay.
or you don't get credit.
Okay, so endurance is actually targeting Dominic.
Now I remember.
I think you're still gonna get there. Life from the loam, targeting nothing. Sure.
Okay, puts a life and a loam into the graveyard. Yeah, endurance on yourself grows Murktide. Oh, now endurance. Do we want to target Omar? No. Okay. Just playing an endurance, targeting nobody.
How much time is the combat? Everybody at you. 2 minutes.
I'll block the Merc.
You take 4, 10.
Yeah. Trigger Uro.
12.
3.
Draw a card. Have to play. This is dead.
Yep.
Okay, endurance dies in combat.
Let's see. What?
Dominic drops down to 12 life. I'm not sure how many cards are left in Omar's graveyard, but should be enough, it seems.
I'll use
My other Uros? What else do I have? Even if I can kill... Can I just see this again? You have... Yeah, you're not going to deck yourself.
Looks like 4 cards left in Omar's graveyard. Yeah, Witherbloom Command, milling Omar would help. Oh, Witherbloom was the top card of the deck! Oh, man.
Oh my god.
I can't believe that I was even in that game.
No, it's because I was so stupid.
Omar gets the match. What an unbelievable back and forth. Sultai Beans, everybody. Deck is hot. GG's. GG's. Wow. Well, that was interesting. That was interesting. Stick around for a raid, everybody. Stick around for a raid. You'll get some channel points for sticking around. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel if you're not already. Helps us out. Stick around for the raid. Peace out. See you everybody soon.